Hello, Leo. This is your general reading for the month of January 2019. And by the way, Happy New Year. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not resonate entirely with everyone. And a couple disclaimers. I do burp, although silently, but it's just energy moving through me. And I do swear sometimes. Okay, let's see what's going on with sign of Leo for January 2019. All right, the first card that shows up is the Strength card, which is the card for Leo. So there you are. Or I should say we are. I'm also a Leo, showing up in our own reading. Okay. Which also means that, well, I believe it's a full moon in Leo in January, so that would make sense. Okay. So, first and foremost, there you are. This is about really seeing your own strength and I think your own abilities as a Leo. This is where you are right now for the month of January 2019. So this is a good sign. I think it's also that if you're really feeling yourself and you're feeling your element, that's a good thing. Because usually when the card for your own sign is in reverse, sorry about the dog barking, it means that you are in your power. You're mastering yourself. There's also something in this too with being strong, but not necessarily forceful. I'm hearing being a representative of strength, which means that you will be an example. And not just so much as people look to you, but rather you are displaying that. As the representative of strength, you're someone who can speak on it and for it and on its behalf. So you are the one who's talking about what it's like. It's someplace you go often. It's a thing that you have. So I think it could also be people will be coming to you for knowledge on how to be strong. So because Leos are such a powerful sign, they're fixed sign, the leader, the lion, there's a lot of that leadership, fire, action, I'm hearing like rah rah mentality, energy that but it doesn't feel like it's really that people are coming to you because they want they don't want to be an asshole, basically. They don't want to be a jerk, but they want to know how they can calmly lead and be strong. And so it's probably the moments where you were quietly strong or I'm hearing fiercely brave. But I think it's more like moments that you wouldn't necessarily think are inspiring other people. So it's the moments where you showed like tender strength, you showed tenderness, but you still had integrity, decency, morality. You still knew who you were and what your morals were. Those are going to stand out to people. So it feels like that's what will be coming up. It's sort of the softer side of that because the maiden is standing out to me and she's not the lion. She can tame the lion, but she's not the lion. And so it's using that gentle energy to calm the strength within you sometimes so that it's not overbearing or to the point that it's biting people as being harmful. And then what's influencing you at the moment is Page of Swords. This is influencing you right now. This is about... Well, one thing that's sticking out is sticking to your ideals, but I also see this as looking for new opportunities. This is being on guard, ready for whatever comes next. So I feel like it's also you just being prepared, because I often see this as like the page has her sword drawn, she's on the lookout, she's ready for whatever's coming. And it doesn't look like anything foreboding from the elements there, but she's ready for whatever. Pages don't have horses, they just have, well, their element, which in this case is a sword. So I feel like you're ready for anything. You're strong, you're settled, you're feeling yourself, you're ready for whatever comes next. Which may include partying, because the Three of Cups, which is crowning you, it's something that's sort of overarching influence in your life, could be your desire to hang out with friends. I feel like also being accepted by society, that you want to feel like you belong, that you belong in your own circle, for some of you a women's group. That you feel like they keep hearing you belong in society. that that's your desire. So I think it's finding the people that you drive with the most and spending the most time with them, or spending time with them. Then as far as the reason for the reading, the base is the Page of Wands. So you got 2 pages, which usually mean good news is coming because they're also messengers. So this is your element. The swords are air, which is intellect, ideas, intelligence, knowledge. This is fire, which is the same as Leo. It's also Aries and Sagittarius, but it's that communication, passion, fire, action, creativity. So this could mean that there's something coming. It could also be that you're firing up your creativity or your passion for an enterprise, a new venture, something that you want to do in the future. As far as your short-term future position, you've got the 6 of Cups in reverse. I'm going to pull another card on this because that one that card can mean a bunch of different things, like most tarot cards. Okay. So it looks like, Okay, so what came up was the Moon in reverse, which usually means there's some spiritual work, some internal emotional work that you may need to be doing that you're not doing, or that you're resisting. That you resent and reject doing. So the 6 of Cups in reverse, this normally relates to children. So it can be actual children, or it can be your inner child. But when it's in reverse, there's something in here that you don't like or that you're not doing. So it could be that for some of you, maybe you're kind of maxed out of children. Some of you might be feeling kind of tired of taking care of kids or being around kids or having a lot of childlike energy around you. Sometimes this is about going into our past. But I'm not really feeling that. It could be that there's something in there that you're meant to look at as far as children, your childhood, your inner child. And what I'm getting for some of you is it could be you may be thinking that you are not ready to have a child, or that you don't want to have a child. And you might be feeling bad about that. And if you are, I think it's important to look within and think about why that is. And not that you have to justify it to other people, but I think that once you know in yourself why it is you don't want to have children, it'll be a little bit easier because it will be like your mind is made up, definitely, for sure. You know for sure that you absolutely don't want kids, which is fine. If there's something else related to children, childhood, and giving that stands out to you as something that is a trigger. It brings up certain feelings or emotions where you're like, that makes me think about the time that my friends physically assaulted me, or it makes me think about, whatever it is, whatever childhood trauma from your past comes up when someone says childhood or children, or has said something recently like, oh, don't you miss being a kid when you didn't care? And you're like, oh, you didn't have to worry about stuff. That's nice. So it looks like there may be some healing that needs to go on there. Some things that you may need to journal about, explore, write down and release. Write down when you're writing releases, you write down on a piece of paper and burn it. You want to do that, if you can, during a waning moon. And that period is from the beginning of January through, January 6th. Which is the new moon, and then it's a waxing moon, which is gaining, so that's the time you want to manifest, so you don't want to release during that time, and then the full moon is on January 21st, so after that, through the rest of the month, release away, which you can write it down, be as detailed or as specific as you want, and then burn it. And if you can, either dump out the ashes or flush them down the toilet, because then it helps get them away from you. So, also, where you're at now is in the process of either juggling things or making a decision. Usually with the 2 of Pentacles, it's about, you've got 2 different things going on. And you maybe have a lot of thought about that, because dude's hat is pretty big. That usually means externalized thoughts. So, I'm just hearing make that decision, whatever that is. Let me ask, what is that decision about? And some of you may already know. Whether you want a new relationship or not. The Ace of Cups is usually emotional abundance. So, because it's that overflowing cup. So, there's also a lot of Christian imagery in here, by the way. So, some people think of this as the Holy Spirit. But this is about emotional satisfaction. It's an ace, so it's something new. So I usually see this as something that gives you new emotional satisfaction. It can be a romantic relationship, could be a friendship, could be a job, whatever. Could be a child who's a water sign. So I feel like there may be a decision or juggling that has to go on in order to have whatever this thing is in your life. And acknowledging in yourself if you're okay with that. Because you also might be feeling currently some disappointment. So this could be that whatever this represents in your life that you want that you don't have, you might be kind of disappointed that it's not there. You know, with this, it's like there's something you're being offered that you're just not happy with. So it's a situation that you're going through. And maybe that's why the decision is necessary to help cure that. Also, as far as the outcome goes, you've got the Justice card. So this is about an external balance. Sometimes this is also the sign of Libra. It's about, oh my God, I'm sorry. Legal, judicial stuff. It could be legal issues. But I normally don't see it as that. If anything, it would be you have to make a ruling in your own life. You're the judge. As intense and scary as that sounds, it's your life. You have to make all the decisions for it. So, sorry, I'm hearing you have to be the judge, jury, grand jury. So I think it's that you're the one who has to take in all the data. As the jury, I would say you're taking it from different perspectives, from different points of analysis and approach, which might be the easiest way to honestly look at it, is to say, okay, well, from this perspective, it's whatever. From this, it's this. From this, it's that. And then with the jury, they usually come up with their own ruling, and then the judge will decide how it's executed. So you have to do both. You have to do all of those things. And I'm kidding, because it's your life and it's up to you. So there will be a victory, although it will be delayed. It doesn't mean that it's not coming. It's just not coming as quickly as you might have wanted it to. But there is still a victory coming as a result of that. So also with Justice, it can be about finding an exterior balance. But I really feel like it's making a decision for this month, for you guys. All right, Leo, that is your reading for the month of January 2019. I hope you guys have a wonderful month, and I'll see you again next month.